This time, BYD has done something different. While electric vehicles are becoming increasingly popular, this isn't just about batteries or EVs, it's about their new hybrid engine. Initially, the news seemed insignificant, but as more details emerged, it sent ripples through the auto industry. The question is simple: has BYD created an engine that is neither a pure EV nor a traditional petrol system, but a combination of both that could be a game-changer? BYD's hybrid engine is for those who are tired of charging anxieties, but are also frustrated by rising petrol and diesel prices. From the outside, it might look like an ordinary car, but the technology hidden inside is what makes it special. It's claimed that this engine offers greater range, with less fuel, provides a smooth drive, and adapts to all conditions, from city driving to highway cruising. Most interestingly, BYD has presented this hybrid system not just as an option, but as a necessity for the future. While other companies are following the same path, BYD has shown a different approach, and perhaps that's why the discussion about it isn't limited to China, but has spread from Asia to Europe. But the real question remains: what is it about this hybrid engine that is keeping major companies awake at night? And will this technology become the first choice for ordinary people in the coming years? To find out, just watch this video till the end. Before we proceed, please subscribe to the channel so you can be among the first to see such videos. Before learning about BYD's new engine, let's understand a few things about BYD itself, because to truly understand any new technology, it's essential to know where the company that created it stands today, how it started, and what it has accomplished in the past few years. BYD's current success is not the result of a single day's work, but rather a story of years of continuous effort, sound decisions, and recognizing opportunities at the right time. Few people know that BYD didn't start as a car company. So, BYD was founded in China back in 1995, and honestly, at that time, its entire focus was on mobile phone batteries. In an era that was really dominated by brands like Nokia and Motorola, BYD was working as a battery supplier, and this is where the company learned a crucial lesson: a deep understanding of battery technology. This experience later became BYD's greatest strength. In 2003, BYD entered the automobile sector, and, that decision seemed kind of strange to many people at the time. Folks wondered how a battery company could manufacture cars. But BYD's vision was different. Today, BYD is not just a car manufacturer. It's simultaneously working on electric vehicles, hybrids, batteries, electric buses, trucks, and energy storage solutions. In the last few years, BYD's increased focus on technology has really attracted the attention of the entire auto industry, especially in the field of batteries. BYD introduced technologies like the Blade battery, which gained significant attention for its safety and lifespan. The goal wasn't just to demonstrate longer range, but to actually mitigate real-world problems like fires and battery failures. When it comes to hybrid technology, BYD adopted it not out of necessity but as a strategic move. While the whole world was rapidly moving towards EVs, BYD understood that not every country, city, or customer was ready for electric vehicles. With this understanding, it developed its DMI and DMP hybrid systems, where the role of the petrol engine was minimized and the electric motor was given greater importance. This resulted in better mileage, a smoother drive, and significantly reduced charging anxiety. Now, if we talk about BYD's sales, its numbers have consistently risen in recent years. Last year, BYD sold over 3 million vehicles worldwide, including both EVs and hybrids. This figure is significant because it includes a substantial number of both fully electric cars and hybrid vehicles. This clearly indicates that people are not only trusting BYD's EVs but also its hybrid models. Beyond China, BYD is now strengthening its presence in Asia, Europe, and several other markets. In the past few years, BYD hasn't just sold cars, but also its vision. The company has tried to demonstrate that the future won't arrive through a single path. In some places, EVs will be a perfect fit, while in others, hybrids will be a more sensible option. This is why BYD doesn't limit itself to a single technology today. It's working on batteries, motors, software, and making engines more efficient. Why did BYD bet on hybrids amidst the EV race? While the whole world was rapidly moving towards EVs, BYD took a step back and calmly assessed the situation. BYD acknowledged that electric vehicles are the future, there's no doubt about that, but the question was whether this future is the same everywhere, for everyone, and in all circumstances. This is where BYD's thinking differs from other companies. Most companies were only focused on how to sell as many EVs as possible, but BYD was trying to understand why people are afraid of EVs, why many buyers are still hesitant to switch from petrol or diesel. The biggest reason is the charging infrastructure. On paper and in advertisements, EVs seem very easy, but in real life, the charging problem is still very significant. Charging stations are available in big cities, but the situation is completely different in smaller towns, villages, and on highways. Before a long-distance journey, one has to worry about whether charging will be available along the way and what will happen if the charging station is out of order. BYD understood that this fear is not just about technology but about trust. Until people are confident that the vehicle will run reliably in all circumstances, they will not be ready to fully embrace EVs. The second major problem is the price. There's a lot of talk about EVs becoming cheaper, but the reality is that many EVs are still out of reach for the average person. The cost of batteries, the fear of replacement, and questions about resale value, all these things weigh on the buyer's mind. BYD clearly saw that many people wanted to buy EVs, but their budget was a limiting factor. In this situation, hybrids emerged as a middle ground, offering reduced fuel consumption without the hefty price tag of a pure EV. Another crucial factor was trust, especially for those who had been driving petrol or diesel cars for years. For them, the sound of the engine, the habit of refueling, and the fear of sudden breakdowns all mattered a great deal. EVs boast impressive technology, but many people worry about what they would do if something went wrong with the system. BYD understood that change doesn't happen overnight. People need to be gradually convinced of the reliability of new systems. Hybrids act as this bridge of trust, offering the benefits of an electric motor while retaining the familiarity and perceived security of a petrol engine. BYD also recognized that not all countries are in the same situation. The path to EVs might be easier in China, Europe, and some developed countries, but the situation is different in regions like Asia, Africa, and Latin America. There, electricity supply, charging networks, and road infrastructure are not yet fully prepared for EVs. In such markets, if a company insists solely on EVs, it automatically excludes a large segment of potential customers. This is why BYD considered hybrids not a compromise, but a sensible decision. Betting on hybrids didn't mean that BYD was backing away from EVs. In fact, BYD adopted a strategy of pursuing both EVs and hybrids simultaneously. They believed that a one-size-fits-all approach wouldn't work in today's market. EVs are suitable in some contexts, while hybrids are more practical in others. This is why BYD designed its hybrid technology to minimize the use of the petrol engine, allowing the electric motor to handle most of the work, thereby saving fuel and ensuring a smoother driving experience. How BYD's hybrid engine actually works. When we talk about BYD's hybrid engine, the first question that comes to mind is how this system actually works internally. Many people think that it involves complex technical mechanisms, but the reality is that BYD designed it with the average person in mind. The driver doesn't have to press any buttons or constantly switch modes. You simply start the car, and the system handles everything else. In the simplest terms, BYD's hybrid system relies on two things: a petrol engine and an electric motor. The difference is that they don't always work together. When the car is moving slowly, such as in city traffic, the electric motor takes over most of the work. As the speed increases, or the battery needs more power, the petrol engine steps in to assist. This seamless cooperation is what makes BYD's hybrid system so user-friendly and efficient.